Welcome to the show. I'm Michael Kuzilny. It's called Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do. And if you're going through a tough issue tonight on this lovely Wednesday night, I hope you get better very soon. Remember, there's always someone to share that story with. A lot of people out there suffering from depression, alcohol problems, suicidal, some even. On the couch tonight, I've got a great man, Dan. Dan, the man, I used to work with him as a criminal lawyer. He, Father's Day 1986, he had it all, had a Porsche, had a head-on collision. Now he's got a mental condition. His life completely changed from this multi-million-dollar house on the beach in Sandringham to close to nothing, but he's got his health. And that's so important, Dan, isn't it?
Correct, Michael. My health is the most important thing in my life. It's a very important thing in my life. It also makes me realise...
Look at me, Dan. Look at me.
Sorry, Michael. I beg your pardon. Michael, the accident was not a very nasty thing.
Speak up, yeah.
But it made me realise that in order to get through in life, you got to be with the people that you love. Your parents and your siblings. My brother, I love my brother heaps. My brother's a very special guy. I love him lots.
Well, you keep on telling me that, Dan. That's amazing. You always give me some good advice. But you're so kind-hearted, you know. You're coming into the courts now. It's sunshine and Heidelberg in the city.
Yeah.
And you know, and when you walk through the courts, everyone's sort of, you know, a bit down, very serious, you know.
A bit down.
But it's quite amazing. You bring a bit of sunshine into the courts, you know.
Exactly.
You're smiling and they're thinking, what's he smiling for?
It's not against the law to smile, is it?
No. But isn't it funny, folks? Before, he was making good money. He was representing some of the tougher cases around the Melbourne courts, and he wasn't smiling that much. I saw you at the pantry a couple of times.
Yeah. I love the pantry. I love porridge. I love porridge. I go to eat porridge.
Weren't you sitting at the pantry one time and I drove past and you went, oh, there's that Kuzilny fella? There's that Kuzilny bloke?
Possibly.
Do you like me when I was...
I did like you. I did like you, Michael. I did like you. I never spoke to you often, but I did like you. I used to give you my acceptance. Hello, Michael.
Oh, that's nice. You did. Yeah. You did.
And Michael, I've also made a few monumental mistakes.
You speak up, my hearing. I'm getting old.
I beg your pardon, Michael. I've made a few monumental mistakes, and now I've got charges. But I'm going to look after it by a guy called Robert Malaseca.
Oh, he's a legend. He's a lovely guy, isn't he?
He is a champ.
Wasn't he in charge of the criminal law section of the Law Institute at one stage?
Rob Malaseca is a genius. I love him.
He's a beautiful man.
He's an awesome bloke.
He's a beautiful man, one of the finest.
Yeah. One thing about Rob, he keeps talking till he gets what he wants. Rob,
he's a talker.
Despite what we say about Rob, he's a champion. He's gorgeous. He's a gorgeous human being.
Yeah, he's a talker, and I always say short and sharp. Please, but he's a talker, and but he's a very good talker.
Extremely good talker.
He'd make a good politician, and Rob helped you with a couple of what happened? Because of course you went through that tough issue there with. Oh, that's right, folks. So not only has he had the tough time with the accident from a high-profile lawyer to, of course, not being able to practice law, but beautiful family, 2 kids that unfortunately fell apart. Financially, it fell apart. He got a bit depressed, but things have worked out, and
things have changed, Michael.
Things have changed.
To be honest, Michael, I was at times a bit suicidal. I thought it's a weak way out. It's a very weak way out to suicide. It's a very weak way out.
Sure, it is.
Because I'm not weak, I'll never suicide. I'm not a coward. I like to fight. I like to fight to live, continually live. I'm living for my kids, of course. And my mum, dad, my brother. I love my brother heaps.
And Dad, it seems like a much healthier lifestyle, because before you were sort of out and about Chapel Street, you're into the party drugs, into the grog, the women. But you're so healthy. You're going to the gym 4 times a week.
Yeah, quite often, 4 to 5 times a week.
You got a lovely lady by your side.
Yeah, a lovely Anne-Marie, lovely person.
She's a lovely lady. She rings me up sometimes.
Gorgeous, very gorgeous.
And she says, she rings me up, Anne-Marie, and she says, I love Dan, he's a good man, he looks after me. She said all these other blokes with plenty of money, they all cheat around, but Dan looks after me. That's right. That's lovely, isn't it?
Indeed, Michael, indeed. And Michael, I must admit, when I was a lawyer, I was very, not crazy, but just I'd get upset quickly for little things that didn't matter. But now I'm just more relaxed and calm.
Oh, you are. You're a tough operator, mate. You always had the nicest. You always had the nicest gear on: the Armani suits, the Italian shoes, tailor-made shirts, the best aftershave.
Michael, I had the best suits. The best suits you can get is Luigi Borelli, and the best shoes are Jeffrey West shoes. Also, I had very good stuff. But
You're a first-class, but you still are a first-class professional, mate, you know?
yeah.
That's a nice T-shirt.
Yeah, you like my T-shirt? I love Sergio Ticini. It's a very good brand. And I must admit, Michael, a lot of my so-called friends have not given me the ask, but have forgotten about me. And that's life. Life goes on.
That's unfortunately judgmental society, isn't it? The people always like to hang around people who've got plenty of coin, people who are, you know, high profile. But as soon as something bad happens, like a marriage breakup or bankruptcy, you know, you see a lot of the people running away. It's really, it's an unfortunate attitude in Western society, but quite often it's what's in it for me, when really we should show a bit of love and compassion towards everybody. Indeed. And try to be a little bit non-judgmental, and I think to be more authentic. That's so important, you know, to get away from these stupid stories. It's I'm this, I'm that, you know, I've got this, and you know, showing off with cars and all that sort of crap. You know, be a bit more authentic and loving towards others.
Indeed.
You know, and you're so authentic these days.
Thank you, Michael.
There's no bullshit. You say it the way it is.
Thank you, of course, Michael. And as you said, Michael, I'm going through a very nasty divorce. I love my kids so much. I just cannot tell you how much I love my kids. And my wife, I respect her. She's a nice person, but it didn't work out. Such is life. As Ned Kelly said.
That's a kind thing to say.
As Ned Kelly said, such is. But I'm getting looked after by the best criminal barrister, family barrister ever. His name is Jeremy St John SC.
That's wonderful. And tell me about, sorry to interrupt, tell me about those minor demeanours there in, you had to go to court for.
Criminal, yeah.
What happened there? Shoplifting or something, wasn't it?
No, not shoplifting. I was just doing silly things like threatening people. Things, Michael, that I've never do it ever. Never consummate.
I think you heard somebody backstabbed you, and you wanted to get on the phone and said something you shouldn't have.
Indeed, Michael.
Do you think that's got something to do with the condition now?
It's an impulsive impact, Michael. Basically, I just do things and don't realise about the consequences, which is quite silly.
So you can notice that, Dan, from before to now.
Yeah, indeed. Michael, one thing I realise is if I continue being an idiot, I will end up in jail. And if I end up in jail, my kids will not be able to see me.
No.
But
no, you're doing a lot of good things. They're just a couple of minor things you've done, but you're not going to continue being an idiot, you know?
Of course. That's of course.
I think we were probably idiots choosing criminal law in the first place. You know, what a happy job. I think I'd rather work at Flight Centre or something, you know, selling happiness and smiles. But you can imagine the life of a criminal lawyer, hearing nasty stories every single day.
One thing, Michael, criminal lawyers do not realise, it's very important. Magistrates are very important. Nurin Tui is a great magi. Nurin Tui, awesome magi. Also, not only is Nurin Tui a good magi, but the clerks are very important people, because the clerk can put you on first or last. So clerks are a good way to get along with people.
For people who, there's so many law schools around Australia, for people who have graduated in law, Dan, what type of law do you think they're going to is the most challenging for them?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what would you suggest to law students? What law to get into? There's so many different laws.
Whatever law they like. You can either do civil law or commercial or criminal law, one or the other. Whichever law that takes your fancy. Whichever law you like. I used to love the criminal law, Michael, because I love being with people.
And we'll talk about your love for criminal law after the next break, but it's Tough Times Never Last with the great man Dan on the couch. We'll be back very shortly.